We're just leaving the 407 at Brock Road, 407 East, and we're going to go and pay a little visit to my childhood home in Claremont, Ontario. Haven't been here for a while, so I'd just like to go back and have a look at where I spent my early years. I'm just stopping in the hamlet of Claremont, where I spent my childhood years. We're about 55 kilometers northeast of Toronto, and I haven't been here for a while, so I'd like to just revisit a few places in Claremont that I remember. We're going back over 70 years. As I head down Central Street, I spot my first landmark that I remember. The Claremont General Store still stands here after 70 years, where my mom and dad used to bring me here for an ice cream cone. Continuing down Central Street, I soon found another building I recognized. This is the Claremont Public School, where my older sister and brothers went. I was too young to go here. And this is the only original part left. I see the front. They've added other parts and torn down an older section, but this would have been the entrance where my older brothers went into the school back in the early 50s. And Claremont has kept a lot of its heritage with the rustic homes. This is the building where my dad used to work, just on the old Brock Road. See, they do chimney maintenance here now. But back in the early 50s, my dad was a draftsman. Some kind of an engineering company was here, and I don't remember what they made. But this is definitely where he worked. Heading north on the old Brock Road to the edge of town, I turned onto Track Street, where I lived in the early 1950s. This is my childhood home. This is where I have my first early memories, where I lived with my older sister and brothers. Now this green part has been put on here, but this is where I spent my early years, right in this home that still stands just off the Brock Road in Claremont. I actually remember sitting on that front porch. This is where my neighbors lived, the Almonds, and Mrs. Almond used to babysit me. They had two boys, and I think they were quite a wealthy family at the time. They had quite a few acres, and they had horses, and used to take me for horse rides. So this is where I got babysit a lot. And the Almonds also had one of the first TVs in Claremont. I remember come over here to watch the Howdy Doody show. Our home is right over there, just behind what was then the Claremont Railroad Station. It's been replaced now by some kind of a storage building, but this is where the former site of the railroad station was. And I remember my mom and dad and I catching the train going into Toronto right from this position here. I also recall right across the tracks where the Circadian Fencing and Decks building is now, was where they used to have a canning factory. And I vaguely remember watching men and women in there canning tomatoes, I believe it was. I did not realize that Tom Thomson, a famous Canadian artist, was born here in Claremont in 1877. He was mostly famous for his sketches and paintings of landscapes in Algonquin Park.